All right, so it's Black Friday 2021, and there's many good plugin deals out there, including some which are free. And today we're talking about the Waves Lofi Space, which is another reverb delay plugin. You know, who doesn't have a million of those in their collection? So if you guys want to learn more about this plugin, what it sounds like, stick around after this introduction.
Imagine softly.
Welcome everybody, I'm Dan Spencer and I am the Audio Sorcerer. So this is the channel where I teach you how to perfect your audio recording, mixing, and mastering skills. So before we get to the video, make sure you guys smash that like button. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. So without further ado, today we're talking about Waves Lofi Space, which is a reverb and delay plugin with character, as they describe it. So they say it adds beautiful saturated echoes and bold analog reverbs, perfect for those attention-grabbing ear candy moments. So, if you guys signed up to get this free plugin here within the last few weeks, you should have received this email today where you can go and redeem this coupon here to get this plugin for free today. So, in this video, we're going to look at the user interface and I'm going to show you what's in it, how to use it, and then we're going to listen to it on a snare drum and a vocal track. And hopefully after watching this video, you'll know whether you want to add this plugin to your collection or not. Even though it's free, we don't want to be plugin hoarders because, hey, that takes up space on our computer, and if it's a plugin we don't really need, there's no reason to get it, all right? So I do want to mention before we get further into the video that if you like the concept of this plugin, I have a video popping up in the top right corner to Together Audio's Space Duck, which is very similar to this. So you might think that that video and plugin's pretty cool, so check it out after this one. So with that being said, why don't we take a look at the user interface of the Waves Lofi Space. Alright, so here we are in Pro Tools, and I have the Waves Lofi Space plugin open here. And I do want to mention that the controls within this plugin are not all that unique compared to other plugins that host both delay and reverb within them, okay? If anything, they're less unique. These are very basic controls, so I just kind of want to get that out of the way here as we talk about them. So starting on the left-hand side, we have the echo here, and this button here just turns on and off the echo, which is just basically delay. And this is the time of the delay here. And then we have the sync option. You could do BPM, you can sync it to the host, or you can set milliseconds. This is your feedback. That's basically how many repeats there are of it. You could do a ping pong effect. That's going to bounce between left and right in your ears from left and right speakers. And then this is the level of it. Now, I should mention this as you're seeing it here. This plugin is truly meant to be put on a actual track and not really meant to be used as a send. This is why I don't really like these kind of plugins, because I like to use my reverb and delay as sends. Can you use it as a send? Sure. There are presets in here that are meant to be used as sends, okay? But it really is meant to be put on a track, okay? Now, going down to reverb here, same concept. This turns it on and off here. This is the length of your reverb. It has two different options for types of reverb. You can go between spring and plate, and then this is the level of the reverb here. So these levels here is how you're gonna have to blend between the delay and reverb within the plugin. Again, something I don't like because I think it's more complicated to do it this way. But however, that's how these plugins are designed. Going down here, we have the high pass filter, we have a low pass filter, and then you can use this to monetize the signal. So if you have it all the way down here, this is full stereo. If I would turn it all the way here, this makes it 100% mono, okay? So put that back there. And this is the mix knob. So this is very important. Since this is really meant to go on tracks, as mentioned, you need to use the mix knob because this is going to be your balance between dry and wet. Now, if you put this on a insert, on a bus, this needs to be at 100%, okay? So keep that in mind. So that is all the controls in here. As you can see, those are very basic controls, nothing special. There's no saturation knobs in here. I mean, there's nothing else beyond what we would see in a normal delay and reverb plugin, okay? Now, on the Wave stuff, we have obviously presets, and we usually have some pretty good ones, and we have a lot of them. So if we click right here, we can go down to Artist here, and there are a ton of presets in here. So I don't like to search through them all this way. I actually appreciate the Waves preset browser. If I go here, we can search for whatever we want. So if we want to do, I don't know, maybe guitar, see what they have. So it looks like I accidentally just chose a guitar preset there by hitting enter, but there's a couple in there. So one thing I was kind of not happy about, since we're testing this on Snare first, is that there are only like 3 Snare ones in here. And this is a lo-fi plugin. I actually, picture a lot of lo-fi sounds for snares in particular music, and I thought there would be more, okay? So I actually chose the 1980s snare here for what we're testing this on here, and it sounds pretty good. So, and I'll let you guys hear it when we get to the next part of this video, all right? So that is the preset section here, and as you can see, we have a lot. And then lastly, if you go to the hamburger icon here, this is where you can resize the GUI and you can get access to the user manual, all right? So that is everything you need to know about this plugin. So next, let's actually listen to what this 1980 snare preset sounds like on this snare drum in this song, all right? So let's give it a listen. All right, so that was the reverb here on the snare drum, and I thought this would be a pretty good song to use since this song is kind of lo-fi-ish in a way. So the reverb was a plate setting under this 1980 snare preset, and for echo, there's barely any echo happening. We're using, I think, 1/64th, and the level is actually at -9 here, okay? So not much going on with that. And then the high pass filter is at 100 hertz and nothing going with the low pass filter, and we have a full stereo spread here. Now I did have to turn down the mix knob a little bit because it was too hot initially. So I think it sounds okay. That's how I would describe it. I think the reverb sounds fine, okay? Do I love it? I wouldn't say I love it. I think it sounds fine, okay? That's my personal opinion, all right? So that being said, let's actually move on to the vocals and hear what the Waves Lofi Space sounds like on them.
Well, you told me on the way out that you're looking for a change, and it always seems to go that way when you live for what you make. Well, you told me on the way out that you're looking for a change, and it always seems to go that way when you live for what you make.
All right, cool. So that didn't sound too bad there. So I didn't use a preset because I didn't think any of them sounded good for this particular song. This is a pop rock song, so this is not a lo-fi song. So I dialed in all the settings myself here. So I used a plate reverb here. I got the level and length to where I liked it. And for the echo, this is where I had to spend a little bit more time here. So I decided to sync it up to the host tempo. I went for a 1/8 here, and then I got the feedback where I liked it. I liked the ping pong sound for this particular track, and then I got the level where I liked it. And then I did I think around 100 on the high pass. And then a low pass, I just brought down a little bit to around, this is about 18K. And then I left a full stereo spread. And then the mix knob, I got it where I liked it. So I think overall that sounds pretty good. All right. So that is my little demo there. on the Waves Lofi Space, on the snare drum and vocals.
All right, so should you add the Waves Lofi Space plugin to your arsenal? In my personal opinion is no. And the reason I say that is because you can pretty much achieve these same sounds with the default reverb and delay plugins within your DAW. So if you have Pro Tools, you can use Deverb and you can use Mod Delay and get the same sounds. Now, the only benefit with using the Lo-Fi Space is that the presets will get you to a sound a lot quicker, but they are tailored to lo-fi sounds. So if you want to use this as a more overall reverb for your mix, it's not a really good plugin for that. And one thing I also don't really like about it is that the reverb does not have a pre-delay. So when I use a plate reverb, I'm always using a pre-delay on it. So that is something missing from the plugin, okay? But if you guys want to go against my opinion and get this plugin, it is free, so you're not gonna waste any money. I do have a link in the description where you guys can go get it. And if you guys end up liking this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe because I'm making this content for you, and hit that notification bell to know when I have new videos coming out. And if you guys enjoyed this video, check out my AI battle video between the Neo Reverb by Isotope and the Smart Reverb by Sonable. Okay, with that being said, I will see you guys later and peace out.